Ciao Juventini of the world, my name is Giuseppe, welcome back on the channel. I hope you are all doing well. I'm back with the latest from Herzogenaurach, Adidas HQ, where Juventus is continuing their training camp. What happened yesterday, what will happen today, the agenda, pay attention because it's a big one today. And then of course, I know that you are extremely interested about Mercato in, Mercato out. There are some names that are linked to Juve that are starting to be really powerful, gaining some space on some front pages, so big update about that one. And then of course I told you yesterday in the video that this week would have been a week where decision needed to be taken. Some decision apparently are about to be taken, some decisions have already been taken. So it's an interesting video with a lot of topics. Remain here until the end of the video. Guys, I repeat you, maximum of like, continue to subscribe to the channel. I know that I'm repeating it every single day, but it's important to repeat because I need your support. And your support is just fantastic. Yesterday we reached 31,900. Today we can, or maybe tomorrow, reach 32,000 Juventini of the world here on the channel. That's thanks to you because together we are stronger than the algorithm of YouTube. I need you. Guys, we start now. Yesterday in the morning, training session, intense training session with the ball on the field under the orders of Thiago Motta, Hugo and Simon Collinet. Intensity, where in the afternoon they were working on something nice. Team building, team spirit, and it's really fantastic, yeah, because the complex of Adidas HQ, there is everything at disposal for the players. They can enjoy all the different facilities. The structure is beautiful. You want to play ping pong, you play ping pong. You want to play basketball, you play basketball. You want to go with a bike, because it's a really huge complex, you can go with the bike. You can do whatever you want. And if there were some players maybe that were a bit tired and the management of Juve needed to go to their rooms to say, guys, you're obliged to participate to at least one activity, well, there is one Hans Nicolucci that decided to say, you know what, I will do all of them. Hans Nicolucci there, Hans Nicolucci there. He was everywhere. Looks like we have like 4, 5, 6, 7 Hans Nicolucci. Fantastic. If we can see that spirit of Hans Nicolucci everywhere on the field also on Friday when we will play against Nuremberg, it would be just epic and fantastic. Also a really funny story, and then we go towards what happened in the evening between Cambiaso, Miretti and Hans Nicolucci, because I told you he was everywhere, where Miretti was signing a few autographs to some fans that were there, some Juventini. You had actually Cambiaso that told him, non c'è più riposo, there is no rest anymore. That famous motto, that famous quote of Simon Collinet, that not only us, the fans, are using every single day now, but also the players are using the same. So it's the hit. It's the hit of the summer. What did they do in the evening? They went all together, players, management, technical staff, all of them. They went to a Japanese restaurant. They were all beautifully dressed. Fantastic, because it was an evening, a dinner, all together again to continue that team spirit. Maybe Dusan Vlahovic didn't get the message because he forgot to take off his Juventus clothes, or actually maybe I should say the only one that was really beautifully dressed was Dusan Vlahovic, because he's right. Focusing, Juve, 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 Juve. I don't take my Juve clothes off. Fantastic. Grande Dusan Vlahovic. Anyway, what is happening today? Again, morning session of training. And then in the afternoon, there will be a bigger training session, open training session for the first time. And I'm extremely happy about that because journalists will be able to be present, but also some fans will be able to be present. Today in the afternoon, they will train in the Adi Dassler Stadium. That is the biggest sporting complex of the Adidas HQ. Why am I telling that I'm happy? Because today we are speaking about flashes of videos that we see, about some words that we hear, about some parts of articles that we read, but all this information is coming only from Juventus Football Club. Well, this time we will be able to see a bit of reality, a bit of real things reported by journalists, what they are able to see with their eyes. So I'm expecting also a second video later today with something new. Where will these players play? Because probably they will do a small mini game. That's what I think, 11 against 11. We have enough players and the supporters will be able to watch them. So I'm really curious to see also what position players are playing. The first tactical moves that at today we are just having it here in our imaginary, but we are not able to see in reality. So today could be an important day for more news, and the second video will come. By the way, Friday we play our first friendly against Nuremberg, second Bundesliga team. And you know what? This morning I discovered that the coach of Nuremberg is Miroslav Klose. We all remember Miroslav Klose, Werder Bremer, Bayern Munich, Lazio in Italy. Well, he's the coach there. I didn't know that he was coaching, so I discovered it this morning reading Tuttosport. You know what? He already played against Thiago Motta. Actually, 5 times, both of them were on the field. Werder Bremer, Bayern Munich, Barcelona, when Thiago Motta was there. The first game that they played against each other as players, the first time that they met each other on the field, was Barcelona against Werder Bremer, 3-1 for Thiago Motta. 19 years later, the first coach opponent of Thiago Motta is Miroslav Klose. Klose that also played against Papa Thuram, Lilian Thuram, and today he will watch as an opponent, not the father Lilian, but Kefren Thuram. The inside news, I hope you like these small details that are probably not that much mercato, but at least the things that I was able to research this morning because I didn't sleep a lot. Who will need to also impress is Niccolò Fagioli, because we spoke about Locatelli, we spoke about Miretti, we spoke about Dusan Vlahovic, but also Fagioli that came back earlier from his holiday. Don't forget about that, we already spoke about it. Well, he knows that he has a lot of things to prove after a year that unfortunately he was not able to do what he's able to do the best, what he loves the most, playing football on the field, thinking only about that ball that is rolling. And when we know the qualities of the kid, well, he missed it. And well, he's there. He anticipated the holidays to be there to show to Thiago Motta how important he can be in a 4-3-3, in a 4-2-3-1, in a 4-3-2-1, in all the different possible tactic formation of Thiago Motta, because he can play a bit more advanced, a bit more in the back, a bit more on the right side. He can play everywhere in that midfield, so a really, really useful player, but he will need to show. He will need to catch up with that year of absence from the field. So I'm counting a lot on Fagioli for Nuremberg, for the other friendlies, for this season, but also for his future, because he's playing his future, which is extremely important, especially if we know that Juventus, in terms of midfielders, well, they already went all in. They are just needing that trequartista-ish or offensive midfielder that is Koop Manners' AAA objective, but the rest they already build around. Kefren Thuram, Douglas Luiz. There is still a Locatelli that is there, that is also impressing in Herzogenaurach. So pay attention for the people that will fight for their spot, which is great, which is a healthy fight. And if we know that Douglas Luiz is not there yet, he will arrive on the 30th of July together with the other Brazilian ones and with Kenan Yildiz. Well, Kefren Thuram is already there. And yesterday we started to see also some clips about high intensity. What is reported by the guys? Well, that Douglas Luiz training extremely hard in Brazil, as we can see on his Instagram, and that Thuram is not giving up. Apparently, the words that I heard is that Kefren Thuram is never tired. He runs, he runs, he runs. He recuperates so many balls. When he had the opportunity, he goes, he takes this initiative to carry that ball. And if he has the opportunity, he also go with shots towards the goal. So a guy that is showing, showing. We are all conscious, Thiago Motta's first, that is not yet the complete player, the ready player, the phenomenon, but he has a lot of potential. And with Thiago Motta, we are hoping to see it as fast as possible. But Kefren Thuram is also impressing all the staff there, especially for his athletical condition that is incredible. And that's why I also told you, Fagioli will have to show, like Locatelli will have to show. He knows it, huh? He knows it really well. This year, he can't go with some games well, some games no. An average year of a 6 on 10, that's not enough for Locatelli. This year, Locatelli should go for a 7.5 year. Otherwise, he risks to lose his spot. And that's not something that Locatelli wants. And to be honest, when we are asking Juventus to have Italian guys, when we are asking Juventinita, if there is one Italian guy that has a lot of Juventinita inside, it is Manu Locatelli. So it's a player that I'm counting on a lot for this season. When I told you that decision were taken, apparently, it's a rumor, but apparently in the next few days, another sponsor could be announced. Not the main sponsor yet, so not the main sponsor that goes on the field, but another big partnership with apparently Prime. Prime, the drink from Logan, KSI, and also Lehman, that is testimonial for that. We know with this huge big influencer, that drink that is Arsenal, Bayern Munich, I believe also Dortmund. Well, apparently that can be a sub-sponsor for Juventus. Then I don't know if you like the drink, I don't know what, but it's one that is bringing a lot of attraction, that is going towards a younger generation. It's a in vogue drink. So I'm actually happy with that. I'm actually super happy that is again a beautiful name to link Juventus with. A trendy name. Let's call it what it is, but it will not be the main sponsor. Decision being taken not only about sponsorship but also players. Yesterday we saw a picture of Mathias Soule speaking with Thiago Motta and staff. Mathias Soule like that, listening, probably speaking about what he was doing on the field, but also probably about his future. And what do we read today? Zazzaroni, director of Corriere dello Sport, with an incredible story. The incredible narrative of Zazzaroni on Corriere dello Sport is tension between Giuntoli and the Argentinian talent. Soule is blocking Cope Manners. Mattias is stopping Juve. And Juve is telling them, or you go to Roma or you stay. But pay attention, they continue their narrative. Friedkin, the owners of Roma, they offer 28 and that's it. They will not raise again their bid. The Bianconeri, they want 35 million euro. And if an agreement is not found between Roma and Juventus, if Soule is not accepting the other destinations like Leicester or West Ham, well, according to Corriere dello Sport, they are sending him back to the next gen. Guys, I know that Giuntoli, but guys, let's not exaggerate. That would be the most stupid thing ever. At the moment, at today, a player that has a lot of value on the market, that you can do profit, that you can even keep, that Thiago Motta appreciates and would have loved to keep him. A player that, if he doesn't leave this year because of XYZ, next year, probably even for more money, you can sell him if you are using him really well and you send him to next gen. Strange story. But guys, I am quite relaxed. I'm not worrying that much because in the month of May, end of May, by the way, 21st of May, Zazzaroni also told us, to all of us in television in front of the world, he said, Giuntoli, he told me, Thiago Motta story, they're all fake. Don't believe them. It's fake. Thiago Motta will not join Juve. A few days later, Thiago Motta, as we can see on the pictures, is the coach of Juve. So, anyway, that there were discussions, yes. That probably Juventus was harsh on him, telling him, now it's time to decide, yes. No, going to next gen, maybe it's a bit exaggerated. What is the update on that? Well, apparently Roma, they received a deadline from Juve, but apparently, looks like from Roma's side, they're also playing a game saying, we gave a deadline to Juve. But what deadline? Juventus already told you, no, for 28, we don't go. We don't find a deal. So the deadline, it's for the people that actually want to buy, not for the club that needs to sell. It's a bit strange anyway. But in Italy, it's a bit strange. Yeah? Juventus, they want Cope Manor and they want to negotiate. They want to decrease the requesting price of Atalanta, the entire Italy against Juve, because they ask 60, pay 60 or you don't see the player, which in a way is correct. But on the other side, when Juventus is asking 35 for Soule, no, but make pleasure, or you need to help also the Italian system, not selling them abroad, no, but you need to help also the other team, Dean Heisen, no, but you give him on loan, sell him because you're asking a bit too much, no, but you're inflating the profits, plus Valenza, minus 15 points, it's always the same. When Juventus, they want to buy, that's the price, 60. And if it's Juve, probably will put even higher. Guys, at a certain moment. Anyway, the agent of Soule could potentially be there already. There are some rumors that he was already there yesterday in Germany to discuss with Cristiano Giuntoli to accelerate or to find a final deal. And then there is Heisen, Dean, where apparently today Papa could be in Germany to discuss with Giuntoli, because there are now a lot of offers, really concrete offers. Stuttgart, that is an interesting one. There is Bournemouth, that is a real concrete one, an interesting one. There is also Marseille of the Zerbi, that are really interesting on the players. So he has a lot of possibilities, a lot of offers. Juventus is pushing because Soule and Heisen brings you your AAA objective that are Cope Manners and Todibo. that needs to arrive extremely soon, especially a Todibo that is essential for Thiago Motta today, while co-planners will be crucial and vital in a few weeks. Super important. So decision taken there in the next few hours for both players. It's just funny because when I told you a few weeks ago, Giuntoli's way, it's really a Giuntoli's way. He doesn't move. If it's La Continassa, people they want to speak with Giuntoli, they need to go to La Continassa. If it's in Germany, in Herzogenaurach, people, they need to go to Herzogenaurach. It is what it is. Chiesa, yesterday was there. Medical test, then first training session, part of athleticism alone. He was there, 37 days of fire. This is the title of Tuttosport, where they're saying, yes, he's there, but he's isolated and never he has been that alone. And Gazzetta dello Sport is even going stronger on that. Yes, Chiesa is in Torino. He is alone in Torino. He will leave. It's not even with a question mark. It is like that, black on pink. He will leave. Andrà via. They have absolutely no doubt about that. Yesterday I heard a bit of rumors about Fratesi. I don't believe in Fratesi to Juve for a swap with Chiesa to Inter, even if it's true that Inter, they have interest, but not to pay him because they have no money. Now, who do we replace Soule and Chiesa with? Yesterday we already started speaking about it. Well, today we have news from England, Mirror Sport, possible Sancho getaway, PSG. Star Sport, Frenchy fancy. PSG are casting admiring glances at £40 million Sancho. What are you speaking about? About Paris Saint-Germain really interesting in Jadon Sancho. The difference is that if they really want, they have the money to put on the table and to take the player, making actually Manchester United extremely happy because selling for big money what Juventus cannot do, even if Sancho is still the priority for Juve, if possible on loan. Otherwise, we will need to give up because we can't do everything, unfortunately. Never forget the financial situation that we are in. So if Sancho flops, what are the other names? Well, yesterday in O Jogo Portuguese paper, they were speaking about Kiko e Galeno, Francisco Conceição, the son of Sergio, and Galeno, Brazilian with a Portuguese passport as well, that are there on the mercato with a lot of voices. But pay attention because on the other side, if it's true that Galeno is a player mentioned by Thiago Motta, well, Sergio Conceição could be potentially the player that is a bit underrated but could do really well at Juve. But there are some dangers because also there for Francisco Conceição, Leipzig is on him, and also there they have 30 million ready to be spent. If on Galeno there is a release clause of 60 million euro, which Juventus will not go for, I already anticipate, I already tell you, they will try to find an opportunity because Porto is obliged to sell because of that financial fair play. They are really obliged to sell, and they believe, Juventus, but also the other one, the other competitors, that speaking with Porto, they could even arrive at the 30-35 million euro plus bonus for the Portuguese Brazilian player, which I think it's a lot, from 60 to 30, it's really a lot. While for Francisco Conceição, Juventus really believe that they could even go for a loan. The problem is, of course, if you have a Leipzig that is coming with 30 million euro cash, forget about that as well. So Juventus is continuing, and that's why they don't erase, they don't scrap from the list players a la Adeyemi. That is more a Giuntoli name than a Thiago Motta name. Anyway, that was it for me for the video. I hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget, if you didn't hit maximum of like, thank you for subscribing. Grazie, forza, Juve.